Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. It's episode 3.
You all right?
I thought I had a clever joke to say, and I couldn't put the words together, and now we're here.
And you brain farted?
I don't even know if it was a brain fart. It was more of like an actual honest-to-God aneurysm, and
There's no way you would have an aneurysm, Mitch.
I mean, if I did, would
You'd
you?
be dead.
Well, if I was having an aneurysm right now, would you come save me?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Dude, I have a scary story about aneurysms. Can I tell you?
As long as it's funny.
It's definitely not. It's scary.
Is there at least like a fun moral to the story, like a little nice takeaway at the end?
I guess it'd be live your life because you never know when you're gonna die.
Sounds good.
So my grandma, when I was little, she had a neighbor, and one day, her and her husband decided to go for a bicycle ride, and they were riding around the neighborhood, and all of a sudden, like, she just went blind, and she couldn't see at all, and so they had to pull over, and she was just laying there in the road. The ambulance came, and when they scooped her up and drove away, she ended up dying, like, in the ambulance because of an aneurysm.
Oh.
I know.
So you're telling me there's a statistical chance that I could, while driving or just walking around, I could lose eyesight and collapse due to an aneurysm.
Yep. Yeah, you could, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what would make you susceptible to it or not, but yeah.
Well, that does concern me a little bit.
Yeah, it concerned me too. I remember when my grandma told me that, and I was like, dang, that's scary.
Well, Colton, I'm just going to buy one of those life alerts. So if I have an aneurysm, I'll be smacking that button 100 times before I hit the ground, and there'll be ambulances all over.
There you go. Does that even exist anymore? Life alert?
Well, it should, because it's a pretty important service for the elderly.
It is. No, you're not wrong. It is, but I ever since infomercials died, I haven't seen anything about it.
I think we should okay, let's bring back the life alert, but instead of like it just being a lame button you press, because that's stupid, that's not cool. If you're dying, here, let me put it this way: you're 70 years old, you fall down the stairs, you break your hip, your kneecaps are completely dislocated, and your shoulders are dislocated, and your teeth fell out. What?
My God.
Yeah, so like typical Sunday night. What?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Scream for help.
Well, you can't, because you live alone. Your wife died 10 years before this, and your phone's upstairs.
Dang, well, I guess they're gonna find me a month later after there's a funny smell.
Well, see, Colton, here's where our product comes in. Because normally you would like smack that life alert button, which would get the paramedics on their way, but that's lame. See, you want to make a scene, because chances are the paramedics aren't going to get there in time. You need your neighbors to come running to your rescue.
The neighbors? Dang.
Yep, so we are going to make the Life Alert V2 flare gun.
The flare gun?
Yep, so it's going to be
How would that work with a roof over your head?
Well, you will have to aim it towards the closest window. And
you realize the flare is going to last longer if it can, like, float in the air instead of just shooting it horizontally.
Okay, we'll shoot it off inside the house. And the cool part...
you set your house on fire.
Well, that's good, because then the firemen will show up, and they'll save the day.
Oh, there you go. There, it's solved.
When in
You'll
doubt...
be blind, but, you know, at least your house is on fire and someone will see it.
And the slogan is going to be, when in doubt, flare it out.
There you go. I like it.
Yes. All right. So for this podcast, Colton had the suggestion that we were going to do a bunch of what-if scenarios. Colton is currently on Reddit. He's going to go through some funny what-if scenarios, and we're going to have to answer them with both a degree of wit and cunningness.
Yeah, I got one for you, Mitchell.
Okay.
You might not like it, but here it goes. Ready?
I'm pretty sure I'll like it.
All right. It's all right, Mitch. Would you rather kiss your school bully, a serial killer, or a sexual predator?
I would probably that's easy. I would kiss the sexual predator because at least I know it'd be a good kiss.
Oh my god, I'm surprised you picked that.
Well, they have experience. They have experience, so I'm assuming it's going to be one hell of a kiss.
How would how would a bully and a serial killer not have experience?
Well, bully's got a stupid face. They've never kissed anyone other than their mom because they're lame and they feel the need to put others down to put themselves up. That's not the kind of person that kisses people.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? A serial killer?
Yep.
Well, they're just stupid. They're too busy killing, not smooching. They have absolutely no experience.
So you'd go after a sexual predator. You'd kiss one.
If it was a consensual once, just a one and done, we'll peck on the lips. Yeah, I think
See,
it.
but this is where the issue is, Mitchell. It says a predator. I don't think a predator is going to be consensual.
Well,
I think he's going to prey on you.
it's a good thing I have my Converse on. I'm gonna pull a sandlot and run as fast as I can away.
I don't think they wore Converse in the Sandlot.
Yes, they did.
No, they
He wore
didn't.
some.
It was PF Flyers.
That's Converse, right?
No, they're completely different things.
Why was he wearing PF chains?
They're not PF chains.
What were they? What were they?
PF Flyers.
I don't know. The name's too complicated. We're never gonna figure it out. It's just
PF Flyers have been like around as long as Converse has.
yeah, whatever, dude.
They just Converse stuck better because people in basketball wore them.
All right, Colton. You have. How do we want to do this? Are you just gonna give me all the what ifs, or are you gonna
I
like?
mean, you can come up with some too if you can think any. Go for it.
Oh, I got a what if for you.
All right.
Well, it's a. I guess it should be a would you rather.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I guess it could be what. Well, do we want to structure these as what ifs or would you rather's?
Um.
Because it sounds like most of the ones on Reddit are would you rather's.
Well, yeah, yeah. Let's do the would you. Yeah, stick with the would you rather.
Okay.
Because
Because
that's literally the sublet or subreddit. I can't talk.
that's
The subreddit.
that's a subreddit, dude.
Yeah, it's r/would you
Because
rather.
what ifs are basically structured like, what if you woke up and you were covered in poop? It's like,
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'd be covered in poop.
Yeah, I like would you rather because you have two choices usually.
Just like the choice between life and death at the when you're looking at your newborn child. You
Yeah,
can either decide to
exactly.
keep it or you can decide to smother it.
Yeah.
The doctors give you an option when you're at the hospital.
I don't think they do.
They give you a wet towel and they're like, "Listen, this baby's a big responsibility. You have an out."
I think you would have decided that before you had the kid.
Well,
Maybe.
well, you'd think, but okay. Uh, would you rather find $10 on the ground, or would you rather find $11 on the ground, but it's in pennies?
$11 in pennies.
Ooh, you probably shouldn't have picked that option because the pennies are gross and sticky.
Okay, you added that after the fact. You should have added that in the question. You can't just like retcon.
They're
Oh
dirty.
dang! I didn't pick the $10 bill. That could have been sticky and gross too for some reason.
I was gonna say the $10 bill is attached to some fishing line, and some kid drags it away.
Dang! So he's like those old people that sit up malls
Yeah.
and
All right.
pulls a dollar.
I'll give you a real. Would you rather? All right. Would you rather? Let's say you're being tortured. You have to choose your torture method. Would you
Okay.
rather have every single hair strand on the top of your head plucked out one by one until you're completely bald,
Oh dang!
or would you rather have your nipples every hour they're twisted 10 degrees to the right? So eventually they're gonna do a full 360. Let that sink in.
I'll go with the hair.
You have a lot of hair on your head, dude.
Yeah, but at some point it ends.
Well, same with the nipple thing. Eventually you're just not gonna have any nipples.
Yeah, but you said every year, whereas if the hair just goes, it's gone.
No, I said every hour.
Oh, every hour. Sorry, yeah, yeah, no. I still stick with the hair.
All right, baldy. All
Yeah,
right,
you at least yeah, like I said, the hair ends at some point.
that's true.
The
Eventually,
nipples goes forever.
God, I would hope not, Colton. You'd have some elastic ass nipples if they could twist forever.
Yeah.
All right. Give me the next. Would you rather?
I've been looking for one. Hang on. Let me see here. I want to find one that's funny.
Speaking of funny, I put in a funny little edit of you at the beginning of this podcast.
Uh-oh.
I
Now I'm nervous now.
to all the listeners out there, I installed a green screen in my room and I plan to use it to make really stupid edits in the future. Uh, I just I've always wanted one and now I have one and now I just have to figure out what I want to use it for. Hopefully,
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Hang on here. None of these are funny.
Colton,
These ones are boring.
then just make one up. You're on Reddit. There's like millions of would you rather's. You're just glancing over
There
them.
is. I am glancing over them.
It's
Oh,
pissing
let's
me
see
off.
here.
We've got dead
These ones are
air.
all like serious. Oh my god. Give me something funny.
Colton, we've got dead air right now. People aren't going to want to
All right.
listen.
Would you rather eat all you can or drink all you can?
Uh, what does that mean? Because
Well,
technically, I
would you rather eat all you can and never get sick, or would you rather do that with drinking?
well, aren't I still going to get fat and bloated?
I mean, that was never mentioned, so
I'm just going to assume yes. I mean, if I eat forever, I'm just going to become gargantuan and my heart's going to stop. So I guess I'll go with the drinking and I'll just drink water.
there you go.
I'll have
The most Mitchell would rather drink something bland and nominal.
Well, I'm not going to eat like McDonald's every day, 10 hours a day, and just because I can.
Oh,
I'll
here I got one for you, Mitch. This one I like too. This is a good one.
Okie dokie.
You ready? So, would you rather repeat elementary through high school for a year or go to jail for a year?
Wait, so I have to repeat elementary school through high school for a year?
Yeah, for a year or go to jail for a year.
Well, I guess I would just redo elementary school through high school because there's nothing to lose. I already have my GED. That would just be for fun.
Yeah,
If,
you'd be
if I
you'd
go to
be you'd be like Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could beat up little kids. Mitch would be the bully.
that would be pretty awesome. Now, well, for one, I'd be the most popular kid in school, probably all the way up through middle school, because
Yeah,
I'd always be picked first for the teams,
you
because
would.
I'm the big kid.
Yeah,
And then
you get
if there's some other kid bullying someone, I could like walk up and be like, "Hey, shortstop, that's not cool," and
shortstop.
I'd pick him up by his hair and whip him away. But I think once I got to high school, I would go from cool to weird.
Yeah,
I
you'd
don't
be out.
Because they would just be like, "What the hell? Some 20 something year old in my class."
Yeah, I mean the thing is like honestly, Mitchell, I feel like you could blend in with high schoolers.
If I shaved, cut my hair short, and wore suspenders, a bright colored shirt, and one of those rainbow propeller hats,
Yeah,
they would think I look like another high schooler.
yeah, you got a big giant lollipop.
A big, I have I have one of those
You
big,
wearing some lederhosen.
yeah, I have a big novelty lollipop, the kind that no matter how much you lick, it never goes away. I have a red balloon, and I carry my backpack full of Hot Wheels with me.
There you go. Yeah, you show them off.
I would, and that would be cool. I think everyone in high school would like embrace me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, you'd be the cool kid, Mitch.
Air quotes cool.
Yeah,
But
isn't that
yes,
how kids are in high school now, Mitchell? Right? They all dress like that and show off Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I mean, to my knowledge, everyone in high school right now is the trend is like wearing super bright clothes, talking about the most recent SpongeBob episode, while at lunch, kind of like eating Go-Gurt and Danimals, maybe eat. Oh God, what were those? Maybe eating some cosmic brownies, and then in class, like everyone's just like talking about their feelings.
Yeah.
Like that's the high school I remember.
Yeah, it's yeah. I remember that too.
All right, Colton, I'm gonna give you one.
All right, go for it.
Would you rather have to drink the most disgusting, bitter, acrid, foul tasting swill coffee you've ever tasted? It's Folgers. Spoiler alert. You have to drink it 3 times a day for the rest of your life, and you can never have any other brand of coffee. Or would you rather have to go to Starbucks 3 times a day and get their most sugary, nasty white girl drink they have, and you
Ugh.
can never have any other type of coffee other than that?
You hate Folgers. I don't care. So I'm gonna pick Folgers because sweet drinks sound awful for like ever.
Well, I don't support your decision, but I understand it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, drinking something like that all the time, it'd make my stomach sick.
Yeah, you'd have a sick little tummy ache.
I would, yeah.
And then you'd be calling me. You'd be like, my tummy hurts, and I
Yeah,
just,
and then I would have to come over to your house and just destroy your bathroom.
why the hell are you driving over to my house to take a shit? Stay home. I'm not letting you over. I'm not letting you in my door.
I mean, I'll just come busting in. I'll just be like, I gotta go, and
I'm
just kick the door
I'm
in.
calling the police about a home invasion if you kick down my door just to use my bathroom.
They'd understand.
They won't understand shit.
They'd be like, "Oh, that poor man.
I'm
He just
gonna
really had to go."
I'm gonna have them drag you out by the toes.
I don't know if you want to drag me by the feet, Mitchell. I might be a leaker.
Dude, if you leaked your slimy little dookie all across my carpet, I'd be livid.
Well, you're the one dragging me.
You broke into
You could
my
have just let it. You could have just
No,
let it
no, no,
finished.
no. You broke into my house, you kicked down my door, you're shitting in my bathroom. Get out.
Hey, at least I made it to the toilet. I could have just went on the floor right when I got in the house.
You're fucking degenerate. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's try to be a bit more mature.
All right,
Let's not talk about
I
poop too much.
I got a mature one, Mitchell.
No, you
You
don't.
ready?
No, you
Yeah, I
don't.
do. You ready? You
Yes.
ready?
Okay.
Would you rather get $2 million, but everyone is able to read your mind, or eat a cheeseburger?
Oh, the burger, dude. I have
Would choose the burger.
I I I do not want people seeing what's in there.
And Mitchell, you'd have $2 million. You could just lock yourself in a freaking like isolated chamber and just stay in there and never come out.
See, I'm kind of wondering if I wore like a rubber hat, like if maybe that would prevent people from being able to read my mind.
Why would you choose rubber, Mitchell? Isn't like tinfoil supposed to be the standard?
Well, that is the standard. I just thought I would go with like some lead-lined rubber.
I don't think your brain would be really good after that.
Oh man, I always have such intrusive thoughts. I mean, like I'll be riding in my car on the way to work and I'm singing about like farts and making Duke, and
I thought we were supposed to stay away from poop,
I
Mitchell.
can't. It's funny. It comes back. It's always gonna come back. You're a blasted fool for thinking we weren't gonna bring poop back up again.
Yeah, it's a
What
pipe dream with you.
you know what? Like everyone listening is gonna be like, "Oh, it's so lowbrow. It's not even funny." You're right. It's not funny. But you know what? Someone's got to say it. Someone's got to talk about poop.
Did you say low brown?
Ha ha! That there was a poop joke. And there's gonna be more where that came from. If you don't like it, get out.
I got one for you, Mitchell.
Okay, I'm ready.
This might be. Would you rather get a raging erection every time you're around a child or scream the N word every time someone says Obama?
Okay, I'm. Hear me out. I'm gonna go with the N word. Now I get it. That's gonna put me in some hot water, but I'm thinking statistically that
You make it canceled.
I will get canceled at some point. But I'm just thinking like on on an average day for me, I've never heard anyone ever say the word Obama like ever. It's just I feel like my chances of getting through a day without hearing that are so high
I
that
mean, you could turn on the news one day, Mitch, though, and someone says Obama.
well, I
Oh
think
man, or you're out in public and Obama's on TV.
I guess I would have to wear earplugs so I don't hear it. I think I could make it work. I think
Yeah, I think you could too.
because if I go with the other option, I mean, then everyone's gonna when I move into a neighborhood, I'm gonna be registered, and they're gonna like, they're gonna throw tomatoes at my house, and they're gonna treat me badly, and I'm gonna tell them it's a medical condition, I can't help it, but they're not gonna
Yeah, you'll
believe
be
me.
like the Joker, Mitch, on the bus. Except
Except, yeah,
the N word.
it's yeah, so not really the same thing at all.
It kind of is because you just can't help yourself sometimes. But they don't know that. They just beat you up for it.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose scenario, but I would rather get crucified on the cross for saying the N-word than making children and their families uncomfortable by getting massive raging love handles around them.
Love handles. Do you know what love handles are, Mitchell?
Well,
It's not.
traditionally they're the little flappy daps on the side of your body, but I didn't want to say the word erection, so I sufficed it with that.
Well, there you go. I mean, you said it anyway.
Yes. On record, I would prefer not to have massive throbbing erections around any young person because that would be no good.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
No bueno.
All right, Mitchell, your turn. You got one?
All right. Would you rather eat an entire block of cheese? I can be any cheese you want, but you do have to eat an entire block,
All right.
start to finish. Or would you rather eat 1,000 saltine crackers, but you have access to no water or any drink of any kind until you finish them?
Oh. I don't. You said just a block of cheese, right?
So, like a big, thick block of cheese, yeah. Like, I don't know the dimensions of that, but I would assume it's like, what are they traditionally like? 10 inches by like 3 4 inches or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like they're relatively big and they're thick.
You know, I'm gonna pick the cheese.
Really, you're lactose intolerant. You're gonna be hurting.
I'll be binded, but 1,000 crackers do the same thing. I think.
See, with the crackers, you're just gonna have bloody gums.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Wouldn't crackers bind you up too? I feel like.
I
I
know.
feel like they would. I don't know. You're just eating something dry.
That's true.
At least cheese has like moisture to it.
Yep. But the problem is, it's gonna see you're lactose intolerant, which means you're gonna be blowing out like a leaky fire hydrant.
Yeah, I
That
mean, it could go the other way too, where I just
that's true. You could be backed up for days,
I'd be backed up for days and end up in the hospital. That would suck.
and then they'll have to spread you open with a big old pair of spreaders and get in there and pull that poop out.
I think they would just give you a laxative. Honestly, I think that'd be easier than trying to like pry open someone's beehole.
I don't know why my mind went to spread in that tush
I
because
don't know, Mitch. I think you think about that more than anybody.
you caught me. All right. Well, you give me another would you rather.
Well, if you've got one, go for it. Go for it.
Okay. Would you rather have to engage in coitus with a 90-year-old woman who is just whatever in your head you can imagine is the most like grotesque embodiment of aging poorly? That's what she looks like.
Oh no.
And you can't half-ass it. You have to make her finish. You have to make her achieve climax before you can consider yourself done.
Yuck. All right.
Or would you rather get slapped by 10,000 Kevin Harts? It's just clones of Kevin Hart. They're small, but they're
Yeah.
feisty.
I don't know. I can't imagine. I've never seen Kevin Hart hit hard,
You know what? Like, let me
and
rephrase. Let me rephrase that. There's not 10,000 clones of Kevin Hart, but he is going to slap you 10,000 times.
all right. Oh man. I'm gonna go with Kevin Hart because at least it ends at some point.
Oh, Colton, that's mean. You don't think you could make her see light at the end of the tunnel? You don't think you could make her feel
I
that
don't think I'd want to experience that.
Well, maybe she needs to experience it. Maybe you should stop being so selfish and thinking about yourself and think about the needs of others.
I mean, Mitchell, it's like in Yes Man.
Yeah, just say yes. Do it.
No, I'm gonna have to pass.
Oh, so you're one of those no mans.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You caught me.
I don't know
You
if I,
caught me.
I don't know if I want to be friends with you anymore.
All right. Well, but speaking of yes men, Mitch, right?
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather be a who, a what, a where, when, why, or how wolf?
I don't understand that.
Would you rather be a who, what, when, where, or why, or how wolf?
I, d- I
Like
don't.
a werewolf? Get it?
Oh man, that's good, Colton. It's pretty good. It's
You had to pick. You
who?
didn't pick.
I guess a who wolf.
You'd be a who wolf.
Yeah, just because it's funny. Who wolf. All right, Colton. Would you rather have to smuggle a gold bar in your ass out of Brazil so you could sell it to the cartels down in Mexico
All
in
right.
order to buy your freedom from the Russian mafia?
Jesus.
Or would you rather have to pick up trash on the side of the highway?
Pick up trash on the side of the highway.
Uh-oh, it's all dirty diapers.
Why do you retcon your question?
I guess I took inspiration from J.K. Rowling, dude. I don't know what to say.
How did you take inspiration from her?
Because she retcons everything.
Oh, see, I thought you were talking about the wizards going to the bathroom.
Well, there's a pretty intense scene that I think was cut from the second book. That's Hagrid's wearing a big old pair of giant-sized Depends, and they start to leak in the middle
Yeah.
of his class, and he has a big old Hagrid blow. I hate this. I can't talk for 10 minutes without talking about crap. It
Hey, that's a you thing, man.
it is a me problem, and we're gonna work on it. We're gonna get through it.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully,
Hopefully. You've been going on about that for a long
a
time.
little too long.
Yeah. Jesus.
All right, Colton, we're coming up on that 30-minute mark. Do we want to keep going, or do we want to find a way to wrap this up?
What do you want to do?
Well, frankly, I feel like this whole session has amounted to nothing.
Would you rather end it now or continue?
I'd probably, for the sake of everyone, just end it now.